What is up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge. Before we get started with this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button, be a part of what's going on here with the Sooner Surge. Also, go to fanstop.com, check them out. Use code SURGE, you'll get 10% off your first 3 months if you sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Great merchandise, officially licensed. Check it out, fanstop.com. Hunter, game one of the Big 12 tournament is over for Oklahoma as they get the victory 10-1 against the Kansas Jayhawks. Start off a little bit slow in the top of the first inning, but great bottom of the first, and the bats hitting the ball pretty well today. Get the victory 10-1.
Yeah, Kelly Maxwell in the circle, and she allowed 3 straight hits to open the game. Gets out of it by only allowing that 1 run. That's all the Jayhawks would score the rest of the game. So impressive stuff from her to get out of a jam like that because, 3 straight singles, it could have gotten to a point where the Oklahoma offense would have to step up and kind of be a shootout, but Maxwell doesn't let it get to that. And offense responded. That's the only way you can say it. 5 runs in the first inning. Now it's what, the last two, or at that point it was the last 2 innings of OU softball. You had 11 runs, I believe, 6 runs in the 6th against Oklahoma State, and then 5 in the first against Kansas.
Yeah, and overall, they hit the ball pretty hard, some hard hit balls. 1 home run with Jada Coleman there, but some really hard hit balls. Brito with the double in the first kind of got things going. And overall, great performance. And, love that Peyton Monticelli got to pitch 2 innings today. I thought it was interesting. Kelly Maxwell, at the first of the game, she had kind of struggling a little bit, and S.J. Garrett warming up in the pen. I thought that was kind of interesting. I thought, wow, they're going to bring her in already. But Monticelli gets a 2-inning pitched good. Man, she throws gas. She throws gas. Love to see it. And, you get out of this game, Maxwell just pitching 3 innings. I don't know what her pitch count was, but not a whole lot. So that's good because you got BYU next, because BYU put it to OSU 7-2. Just totally whooped up on OSU. OSU played awful with the errors, but a good performance by OU. Now moving on to game 2.
Yeah, Oklahoma pitching staff gets through it. 91 total pitches, 51 from Kelly Maxwell in her 3 innings, and then Monticelli had 40, so in 2 innings. So a really light day for pitching. And you mentioned S.J. Garrett warming up. I'm a little shocked she didn't get at least 1 inning since they warmed her up there for kind of that tough situation Kelly Maxwell opened the game with.
Yeah, one thing I did notice today that I thought maybe was a little different, or maybe it was just me, but it seemed like OU was very aggressive on the pads, and also some interesting calls. I thought the bunt by Brito, very interesting from Patty to throw that out there, and it worked out. Ella Parker would have been out, but she broke it up with the slide. But then also, the steal that Boone went from second and then got in a pickle, it allowed the run to score. I don't know if that kind of looked like it was planned to get in a pickle there. So I thought that was interesting. Just put another run up on the board early, give them 5 runs in the first inning. I thought that was interesting. Aggressive today on the pads, and like to see it for sure.
Yeah, that was completely planned. When you take off, create a pickle to score the run, that's the plan there. And Oklahoma's had some troubles on the base pass being aggressive today. Yeah, they were aggressive, but they got runs from it. And yeah, again, interesting move with the bunt with Brito. Brito already had to double at that point. I kind of feel like that's one you swing away at, but it worked out. Parker avoids the tag there, so not the end of the world there.
Yeah, and you pretty much got to play everybody. Everybody got in that bat, or it seemed like, or got to play, so that's good. Great victory for the Sooners. Now you kind of look ahead to tomorrow and BYU. BYU can put some runs on the board. That's for sure. Their pitcher won a complete game today, I believe. So it'll be interesting the pitching matchup tomorrow to see who OU goes with and who BYU goes with. But I mean, you're not playing OSU, which coming off last weekend. I mean, it's got to be for Oklahoma. Kind of a surprise for sure.
Yeah, I did not expect a second straight year where Oklahoma State doesn't make it out of the first round of the tournament. I mean, I think they were deserving of the number 2 ranking that they have right now to go into Norman, win that series. Didn't get the sweep, but I mean, the first 2 games, they put it on them. They were clearly the better team last weekend. So BYU is a very underrated team. I mean, now you look at the wins that they have right now. I mean, they went into Norman, won 1 of 3 against OU, and then to beat Oklahoma State to send them home from the Big 12 tournament in day 1. Very impressive team. And Temple's, like you mentioned, complete game, 106 pitches and 7 innings with 6 strikeouts for the Cougars.
Yeah, and you don't get the revenge game against OSU, but you do against BYU because if you remember, they kind of put it to OU in that game. So
9-4.
Yeah, so this will be a little bit of a revenge tour game as well for Oklahoma. And, I expect Oklahoma to play well. I think, listen to Patty, some of the stuff she said, going into this game, and it's just basically there's not a whole lot she can say to the players right now. They know what needs to be done. They know what they need to do. They've done it many times before. Now it's just the fact of the matter is get out there and do it. And doesn't matter what she says to them. They've been through a lot this year, ups and downs, as she would say. And now it's time there's no time for ups and downs now. It's time to go out there, play ball, and win games and not look back. And so they started off great today with that 10-1 victory. And now tomorrow we'll see what happens against BYU.
Yeah, I know Patty last weekend called them the greatest senior class college softball history. I don't think anyone can disagree with that. You look at what this class has accomplished, mainly with those 5 seniors that have won. I mean, 4 of them have won 3 straight national championships, and then Burritos won 2 in a row. So, I mean, she's right. I mean, there's not really anything you can say to them. I mean, they know what it takes to win. They've done it 3 straight years. I think you're starting to see it. It is a whole new game right now. I mean, you're in the first stages of postseason. You got the Big 12 tournament tomorrow, and then hopefully going into Saturday, Oklahoma can get that win over BYU, and then it's complete postseason play. Regionals, super regionals, and then the College World Series. So, I mean, pretty soon going to be back at Devon Park. Weird to say, OG&E Field in Oklahoma City. You got hopefully 2 more, and then there's 2 weekends of postseason.
Yeah, and the weather looks great for this weekend, so that's outstanding with all the rain they've had. It looks great.
Oklahoma City avoided what Norman had today. It was just a thunderstorm out of nowhere with some hail. Did not expect that today, but that happened. So good thing to be a little bit north and avoiding severe thunderstorms.
Yeah, and I know it was one game. I know it was Kansas, not the best softball team in the world, but I do think, and we'll see when they play BYU, and then if they win that and they play Texas, probably. What I want to see from this team is because they looked a little more relaxed today. I don't know if that's just, you're winning early. We'll see. But I hope that moves on and they're not playing tight at all because I think this team, when they play loose, they can be, outstanding. So hopefully we'll see when they play a better team, if that's because I don't want to just take too much. And it's a victory, and it's 10-1 victory for the Sooners. Game 2 tomorrow. Appreciate you guys watching this video. As always, make sure you hit the subscribe button and be a part of what's going on with the Sooner Surge. We'll be back at it tomorrow. We'll talk to you soon. Till next time. Boomer.